Hey guys, this is Brock with SuperfoodGuy.com, and today I'm coming to you from a living room inside of a tent. I'm going to show you a few things that I know about basically ozone saunas mixed with infrared, and so if that interests you at all, this video is definitely going to be for you. So in a nutshell, I'm in a tent, and this is what it would look like if I had everything turned on, ready to go. I'm going to break it down, show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. So for those of you who know a thing or two about ozone, obviously you completely understand the benefits. If you don't know the benefits of ozone, this is not going to be a video about that. Definitely start digging into YouTube, start digging into the World Wide Web, and start figuring out why and how ozone is so beneficial to the human body, despite what other sources may tell you. So get ozone in your body. In fact, the best way to do it, there's really two better ways than this in my mind. This is probably the third best way. The first best way is intravenous ozone. Basically, they'll stick a syringe into your arm, pump out blood, run it through an ozone machine that kind of removes impurities from your blood, that type of thing, and then repump the blood back into your body. That is probably the single best way to do it, in my opinion, for many reasons. But number two is probably anal insufflation. Did that many times. Maybe I'll make a video on that in the future. I won't get too detailed, but I'll give you the idea of basically how to do it at your home for cheap. But in a nutshell, I'm in the tent. This is basically what you do. You'd sit in here for a good 45 minutes, as long as you can handle it. What happens is, so basically I had a towel wrapped around my neck. When you have ozone being pumped into here, sitting in here, it's going to help keep. I would have these zipped up. It's going to keep all this ozone in. Obviously, yes, it's going to leak through a little bit, but not in massive quantities. The towel's around my neck so it doesn't seep out of this gap right here, and I breathe it in. You don't want to inhale ozone. It's a lung irritant, but everywhere else outside and inside of your body, it's fine. Just your lungs have issues with it, so definitely don't breathe it in. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm sitting in here. I would be sitting in here absolutely naked. If I had clothes on, it would help prevent ozone from penetrating the integumentary system, the skin, and going in the body. So that's why. So I'm going to get up and show you a few things about how I have this set up, just so you have an idea of what to do when you have all this stuff yourself. All right, so here's part of the setup. This is the oxygen machine. Depending on, I would recommend finding a used one. Brand new, you can pay anywhere between, probably $1,300 to $4,000 for a brand new machine. Don't really need to spend that kind of money. I think I picked this thing up for about $1,000 used. But basically, this is what you would do. I know the focus. This is not an automatic focus here, so I gotta kind of do this. But basically, you would just turn it on. It's really loud, and this little guy right here, you can see it's set on ozone insufflation mode, I guess. You want to crank it up really high, all the way to 5, and then the little tube right here, the green guy, would run into the ozone the ozone generator. This is the one I have. Really cool. It's pretty much the top of the line you can get. It's about $1,000. I think there's a couple sources I found afterward that you can get for like $750. But oh well. So you get this. You run it through. You run it through the machine, and then there's a double chamber in this thing. Make sure if you buy an ozone machine, make absolute sure that you're getting a cold corona discharge unit. You don't want to have any other system than that. The issue with it is. Long story. Just make sure whenever you buy it, get a cold corona unit, and make sure you're hooking it up to ozone like that. If you don't, or oxygen, because if you don't, what's going to happen? So you can buy, for example, cheap ozone units for $100 and stuff, but it pulls the oxygen from the air, pulls air into this particular machine. So I could do this with this if I wanted to. It would pull the air from the atmosphere, run it through here, spit it out, and it's not going to be pure ozone. It's going to be ozone mixed with nitrogen and all the other stuff, even harmful stuff in the area, and it's going to convert it to things that you don't want to put inside of your body, especially if you're doing insufflation. So it's very, very, very important that if you're doing any type of insufflation, that you're using an oxygen machine for sure. So then it's running through this tube. Once I would turn this on, I would actually have this. If you have this exact unit, I would turn this all the way up, turn it on, which right now it's not plugged in. That kind of gives you an idea. It'd run through this tube right here, And then this would go, I'd just make a little port right up here. I would shove it in there, zip the whole tent up, get inside, and go. And you can see over here, inside of my tent is the port for this guy. So here is the unit. I got a little pink guy, I guess. The humidifier, what do we call it? The evaporator. So basically it boils the water, goes out the tube, goes in here, and it fills the whole tent with water evaporation mist, basically. This guy right here is my infrared bulb. There's two different types of ranges. I forget which one. I think I had far range infrared. So I'll just zoom in here. This is basically what I did. Buy this bulb and you'd be fine. Let's see, what did I buy? It says Sylvania 250 watt, 120 volt, heat resistant. Read the warning. Great. So that's what I bought, and I got that one specifically because that was the bulb that had the right range. There's two ranges apparently, high and low, or far and near infrared bulbs, and it's been so long since I bought it. There's two. One of them wasn't as beneficial for you, and the other one was, and this is the bulb that had it. So that's why I bought that bulb. But anyway, the issue with the tent that I have going on here, the issue with it is you have to hold onto the bulb, and I usually get a pot holder, oven mitt pot holder, and hold that in my hand the whole time. You're 40 minutes in there, and that way this little unit doesn't burn you. It's not a whole lot of room inside there. That's the downside to having a tent like this. If I got a bigger unit, then it'd be a little bit easier, but you're paying another $1,000 just to have a bigger tent. So is it worth it? Not really. So I just kind of hold it every time. So that's pretty much it. That's what I want to show you guys. Ozone is pretty much amazing stuff. If you haven't got your hands on the information about the benefits, definitely do so. You should be using ozone as a part of your health and longevity for sure. I love ozone, and so should you. So should everybody. I wish it was part of our culture. Wish more people knew about the benefits of it. But that's pretty much it. It is my recommendation to you to stop eating processed foods, to get as close to nature as possible, and to start eating superfoods. It has the potential to change your life. But this is Brock with SuperfoodGuy.com, and I hope to see you guys there. Take care.